Now we've arrived to the fateful conclusion where our brand new villains conduct their final solution. Enjoy the finale with this grievous third scene. From our crew to you, have a happy Halloween. Like liquor and things that go boo? Then buckle up, listener, cause this one's for you. Prepare yourself for the Hideous Laughter Podcast.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Hideous Laughter Podcast, part 3 of our Halloween Spooktacular. Guys, I really want to get right into it, but I gotta ask, Haley, what are you drinking?
Rum and Pepsi.
Rum and Pepsi. What about you, Brooks?
It's all Truly here.
Oh, Truly. Man, we're changing the game over here. We're gonna lose that White Claw sponsorship fast. What about you, Steve?
That was a dark brown sip. I am drinking black coffee today.
Nice.
Because I got really fucked up last night and I feel terrible.
Well, it's all good here. What about you, Emily?
Cider.
Cider. I myself am also drinking a rum and Pepsi. Guys, we left you off and you had fought this kind of epic battle at the Church of Pharasma. I don't know if you expected so much resistance, but, you know, the cleric there clearly had preparations to defend their town if need be. You caught the cleric, though, and little unscrupulously got some information out of her, and a nice chew toy, I guess, and you found a note in her desk, dated rather recently, only a couple of days ago, from a man named Father Grimborough from Ravengro, talking about Mr. and Mrs. Vargas, and Trellis Vargas, and how they had a suspicion that the Whispering Way was on their tail. And that suspicion led them to, instead of using their normal trade route and trading with, you know, the people along the way, kind of post up at the edge of the forest by Ravengro. Your characters know this. I assume they likely want to get there as quickly as possible. Is that a correct assumption?
Yeah, get on the move.
So, if one of you could make me a knowledge geography, if you have it.
Come on, Doc.
Yes. All right. That is a 23.
Okay. So the good doctor knows pretty much the most direct route from Moraine Lee to Ravengro. She knows of 2 routes. One route is a little more direct than the other, but it goes through Virlik. The other kind of stays away from the cursed lands, and the one route would take just over 2 days, the other just over 3. It's up to you guys to decide which you'd like to take.
Vivian will make a pros-con list for each option and display that to the group to help decide.
What does her list say?
Oh, just like the one will take longer but avoid bad areas, and the other will be shorter but a little bit more treacherous.
Okay. What do your characters think?
I would go for 2 days. 2 days.
Yep, I agree with that.
Everyone in agreement? Haley?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys set off, and you almost had a little bit backtracking the way you came. You know that there's a route that kind of swoops from Moraine Lee to Ravengro. It cuts through Virlik about after a day's journey. So the first day unless you guys have any more business in Moraine Lee, goes rather uneventfully. Oh, by the way, did you guys leave Mother Magpie alive? I know you bit off her hand.
I think she was brought back to consciousness because she told us where the letter was after that, and I adhesive spittled her.
Yeah, so she
in
was
place.
Stuck in place.
Would Ed allow her to stay
her.
alive? Yeah, would Ed allow her to stay alive?
Oh, no, definitely not. Like, to be honest, I figured Vivian would have just cut her up or, I don't know, something.
I mean, Vivian was still in the feral mutagen because that lasts for 50 minutes. So if Edward had kind of nudged her along to finish her off, Vivian probably would have followed that because she doesn't have the best mental traits when she's feral.
Well, certainly. And I think Edward probably would have encouraged a bit of a dissection.
You two are a very special kind of special.
Thank you.
So you finish the woman off, and you find some stuff on her. She, was clearly fairly geared up. So you look over her corpse, and you see she's wearing a breastplate. She has a morning star, a light crossbow, and a wooden shield. Does anybody want to make me an appraise check, a detect magic, a spellcraft?
I can spellcraft and kind of appraise.
I can appraise at a -1.
I have a 5 to appraise.
Let me try to
That's
aid
better than
you.
mine.
Definitely have spellcraft.
Yeah, and I'm a 13 spellcraft.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
I aid.
What?
Well, 12 on the
24,
die.
yeah.
Her appraise check.
Okay.
So I have 20 total appraise.
20 total appraise. Yeah, you can see this is some valuable stuff. It is a masterwork breastplate, a masterwork light crossbow, a masterwork silver morning star, and who made that spellcraft?
Yeah.
So, what did you get?
24.
24. Yeah, you know that this is a +1 heavy wooden shield.
Ooh. I don't think any of us use shields.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but we need to take the silver. I feel like
Yeah.
having silver is helpful.
What type of a weapon is a morning star? Is that a martial?
I think a morning star is a simple weapon.
Yeah, because that's what Lyra uses, and I don't think she's trained in martial weapons.
Well, then does it make sense for the doc to have that? Because I don't need any weapons or gear. I know Ed doesn't get up in personal, and neither does the gingerbread lady.
Yeah.
I mean, my sickle is actually adamantine,
Oh,
Damn.
so
We should still just have the
have it just in
silver.
case.
Yeah.
Okay, I can.
I can use a shield. Like, I can use a shield, so.
Okay.
yeah. If you want the shield, go ahead and take it.
All right.
And then I think Ed was doing spellcraft. I'll help him.
No, he got it.
That was
Oh,
24.
okay. Sorry, I missed it.
So you guys are kind of still on this scene for the moment, and I need Nana Opal to make me a perception check.
Really?
Yes.
I rolled 19,
Okay.
so I got an 18.
Yes, an 18 is enough. And you guys kind of see this happening. Nana Opal's nostrils flare, and she can smell the scent of a group of children. Ew. What do you do?
I guess I would probably, like, my eyes would widen, and you guys would see me have, like, a renewed vigor, almost like I have become a little younger and ready for the chase.
And more vigorous.
Stop.
What's going on, Granny? You're all perky right now. What's going on?
Oh dear, there's children there.
Okay.
We have to go get the children. They're important.
How? In what way?
Well, more offerings are always welcome.
Okay.
I have cookies for them. Just for the children.
I hope you get the kids if you give me another cookie.
Okay.
All right.
Addicted to cookies now. Injecting powdered sugar.
That sounds about right.
She would start, like, on the hunt, like, sniffing, going to go get these kids.
Can you tell how
Now
far away they are?
tell me how this mechanically works, please, because if I do remember correctly, gingerbread witches have something of a child scent.
Oh yeah, no, I have the hex child scent. Like I can just sniff out children. So I basically get the scent ability like an actual wolf or dog that would be hunting.
Yep.
Don't worry, her gingerbread house is 5,000 feet away from a school or park.
Why? And then, but yeah, no, but only with respect to humanoid children and immature animals. So I have scent and can hunt things, but only children and humanoid.
They are most definitely humanoid children.
Yep.
I'm not even going to make you roll survival on it because you have that hex, and they're not exactly experienced woodsmen or anything that would know how to hide their tracks or their smell. So you kind of remember where you saw people heading into the woods, the parish, and you can follow it pretty easily. And you realize that they didn't make it very far into the woods. You sniff along a path, and you find that as you approach a clearing, you can see children huddled with some parents. You can tell a couple did not make it out of the church through the carnage. But Mother Magpie, rather, was pretty intensely guarding the children, and she made sure that they made it into the back room before anyone else. You approach this clearing and you see roughly 15 kids and 5 adults. And unless you're rolling a stealth, imagine that they see the 4 of you approaching.
Oh no, Nana Opal's not about to stealth. She's gonna walk up and try and play the old lady card.
Christ.
Well,
What did she say?
Mr. Turner would definitely be with her as well. And Nana Opal can, I guess, address if she wants to, but I know that Mr. Turner would attempt to command one of the adults, or one of the parents.
Fuck, okay.
Oh, God.
What do I have to roll?
Will save.
12.
Nope.
Boy.
Then, so I'm gonna, it's the single command, approach. And say, well, don't you have a few offerings for us?
And your command is approach?
Yeah.
And one of the women previously seated, kind of huddled with the children, stands up, and you see 2 of the kids kind of grasp at her, but she shakes them off and walks towards you.
Well, children, are you not going to follow your elder?
Oh yes, come closer. There was a bit of a misunderstanding earlier. I just wanted to bring some cookies to the parish.
Yeah, roll me a bluff check.
Yeah, meanwhile, fucking Doctor and Saw are in the background looking disgusting.
Yeah.
Doctor's probably like picking tendons out of her teeth, and Saw's just like generally greasy and gross and tattooed up.
Yeah, if it's still within 50 minutes, Vivian's still feral.
Yep.
20.
20.
I'm the most charismatic witch you ever gonna see.
Yep. They're convinced. Children are not difficult to convince. And you see, you see most of the group begin to approach with the woman that Mr. Turner commanded to join him. So, about half of this group is just coming up to you guys. The other half isn't quite as, maybe doesn't have that childlike wonder, doesn't want to follow. I don't know.
Ed, honey, you might want to go talk to the others. They seem less convinced.
Oh, you're so right. And, I think they ought to meet Pharasma, or at least go to the gate soon. And he'll walk right up to the group of people that aren't with Miss Opal. And he's all smiles and head held high and very happy to see everyone, and touching their heads and being very friendly.
And they're like shrinking back from you a little bit. They're afraid of you.
Now, congregation, let me help you find Pharasma and Grotus, and then channel negative energy.
Fuck.
Jesus fuck.
God,
Roll your damage.
that is dark. Oh,
15.
Everyone?
Oh my god. Yeah, they drop dead. They're
many-
like
how many-
villagers and children.
how many women and children did Ed Turner just kill?
He just killed like 3 adults and 7 kids.
All right. He's very, very happy.
Saw's just in the background, like mouth agape, like what the fuck?
Now, while he was going over there doing all the preachery stuff, Nana Opal will turn to Viv and say, Vivian, my dear friend, I believe that I would like some assistance in just 1 minute. She's gonna snap her fingers, and you feel a very, very good sense of being at home right now.
Ooh.
As she starts handing out cookies to 6 of the children at least, and they go to sleep if they eat them.
And when the kids fall asleep, the villager, like the lady, kind of is snapped out of her command. She tries to attack you. She struggles. I imagine Saw probably puts her out of her misery pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't turn into the tiger, but I do have a massive great sword, and I
So,
just yeah.
eliminate this nuisance. She's not a child.
You got it, Granny. Let's go. And so he runs up there and, like, I guess mechanically does a charge attack.
I don't need the mechanics. It's a villager. You literally slice her in half.
2d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
Now, Vivian,
Kids fall asleep.
I don't really care what you do now. Just save me the bones.
Oh, that's easy. And so she's still feral, so just with her claws, she'll bend down and start to make very delicate incisions.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
And she will remove the bones and hand them to
Why the fuck
Nana
do we
Opal.
need the bones?
This will make excellent flour for my cookies.
Oh no.
Oh, that is fucked. Oh, boy, you are out there.
And she hands you a cookie.
He eats the cookie. He eats the cookie.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's addiction.
Yep.
Don't care where it came from.
Nana Opal has Saw in the palm of her hand.
So, I don't know if you take the bodies with you or what you're doing.
I just need the bones.
It's just massacred like 20 people, so I'm sure you're all very happy with yourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Vivian would take some time to like write down careful notes with her paper. I guess she probably doesn't need too much ink.
Yeah, she probably just like uses one of her claws as like a quill pen, dips it in a little kid's eyeball, and then just like starts writing, right? Seems pretty par for the course for her.
Yeah, but she'll as quickly but meticulously as possible try to get data out of this so that she feels like it was not senseless killing. It was for a better purpose.
Sure.
I did leave them alive for you.
Is there not anymore?
Nope.
She likes them alive, though.
Yeah. You gotta study the organs in their natural state.
They got any loot on them?
Oh my god, Saw!
I was a pirate for a while. I
Could maybe
fall
use
back
those
to my
bones
my instincts.
to make a improvised weapon of sorts, I guess.
Yeah.
No, they don't really have any major loot on them. I mean, between like all of the people, you probably get like 50 gold apiece, but that's about it.
All right.
Still money, but you find some candy, some toys that the kids had, a list of things that like little Johnny wanted to be when he grew up.
Oh no.
I mean, they were all dressed in their Sunday best.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't think their Sunday best is worth any money anymore.
well, not as
Blood drenched.
Like, bloody and dirty as they are, running through the woods and being massacred.
Okay. So you guys, I think, are heading to Ravengro.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. I know we said we were doing the 2-day trip, but I feel like now we've probably done the 3 because of...
Well, yeah, I mean, that took some time, and you're laden with kid bones, so...
And we're probably on a bit of a high horse after our minor victories.
Minor victories, killing a bunch of kids.
Hey,
What-
there's
what-
always more.
What a win for the squad.
Give yourselves 100 XP.
Is that 100 XP per child or
No.
Okay.
So, you guys head to Ravengro, basically take the rest of the day, and camp out. I don't know if you guys had any... You took a pretty decent chunk of damage, some of you, for that fight, especially Saw.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys had any healing you want to burn before you go to bed, but you can certainly do that.
I after the fight, I drank 2 potions of Cure Moderate after I got healed in combat and healed myself in combat. So I was only 14 hit points down. If nothing crazy happens over the next 2 days, there's no reason why I couldn't recuperate those hit points.
Okay.
With sleep.
Yeah, I'm 20 down. But yeah, I guess if somebody has the spells, I don't know if Edward has.
I'll blast you a couple of times.
Thanks.
Probably only need to do once. She's going to sleep a couple times.
Oh, that's true. All right. You can have 4 points.
Okay.
And I'll take the other 3.
During this travel, Nana Opal is going to make whatever cookies that I requested. I'm thinking Saw's probably going to request like a lot.
Yeah, my Vicodin cookies.
Yeah.
Opioids.
Do you want any intoxication cookies?
Yeah, maybe like at the campfire at the end of the day, I could
The ones that make you instantly drunk.
I could get a little fucked up.
I also have ones that instantly make you sober, but that's not fun.
I get like wasted, turn into a tiger, and then just blast off into the woods.
It's just in. Usulov has tigers now. What the fuck? So, you guys camp out. You take watch. Nothing eventful happens. The next day, you're heading into Virlik. And again, you see kind of the green fields melt away, replaced by gray, lifeless-looking weeds, brown earth, leafless trees. The land just looks dead, and you're kind of trudging through it. Dr. Viv, you know that you're likely going to have to spend the night here. You likely won't make it the entirety of the way out of Virlik in one day. So, nothing really happens during the day. You start to get these feelings of unease. Maybe some of you enjoy that. This is a place...
I don't know why
that,
you look directly at Emily. Of course.
But it's tense here. It's very... You get a sense that the taint on the land might never be purged. And you're gearing up to be a part of that blight on Galarian. You set up camp, still in Virlik, go to sleep, and you dream. terrible dreams, wonderful dreams. Mr. Turner dreams of a violent end to the world, where all of the living souls are fed to a looming face in the moon, and the face looks down on the desecrated earth and smiles. Nana dreams of hot flames, flames licking up and caressing small bodies in a large oven.
Yummy.
We zoom out and see Nana Opal looking intently into an oven, licking her lips, blood-spattered apron. She wipes her hands and opens the oven door. And then Dr. Vivian dreams, and you see bodies chained to walls, contraptions unlike anything any of you besides her have seen, pumping blood through corpses. But they're not corpses. They would scream if they had the ability to scream anymore. But Dr. Vivian took care of that. And she sits and she takes notes about her research. And then she turns the machine off. The body's head slumps forward. And then we zoom in to an island, the shape of a crescent moon. We see dead men walking, forced to dance an endless dance on the shore of this island, while a woman in mottled scalps smiles and hugs a man next to her. "Saw?" she says. "Wouldn't you love to be like them? See how happy they are."
Oh, okay. Yeah. I could see myself there.
And you all wake up. You continue your journey, and by mid-afternoon, you make it out of Virlik. You're on basically the main road that would get you to the town known as Ravengro.
I just love this mental picture of like thinking of like old Western movies where the like bandits roll into town and everybody's like peering out of their shutters and it's like, these four are trouble. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, that's...
You're led by a little old lady.
Yeah.
So, you guys roll up to town in the evening. You kind of... Well, I don't know. What do? Do you go straight into town? You know that Mr. and Mrs. Vargas had essentially camped out in the, like, by the forest on the outskirts of town. So I don't know if your characters wanted to actually, like, go into town or if they wanted to go straight to basically their bounty.
I could go for a drink.
Yeah, I don't know. Nana Opal is probably not super interested in town. She has a lot of bones already for some flour, so I don't know. She's probably not super interested in town.
I think Vivian would be interested in going straight for their goal, wanting to scope out where they're camping out and just kind of get a feel for that area.
About Mr. Turner.
That's probably true. It's pretty goal oriented, so that sounds about right.
I love you guys, but you guys sometimes are no fun.
And Nana Opal will hand you a cookie.
Oh, Looks like this one's on the house. All right.
Is Saw gonna just be like 800 pounds if we do this? Like that picture of the tiger in the zoo that got like way over.
Oh no! Yeah, you're wasted now. And for the next hour, you didn't ask what kind of cookie you wanted to drink.
Well,
So you guys dragged Saw.
could really have role played this well last night.
You guys dragged Saw to the edge of basically the forest. It's, about a mile outside of town. As you guys get there, it's become, late evening, nighttime. And I need you to make me a perception check, all of you.
What?
10.
What minus do I get on this?
For being drunk,
Are you still drunk? How long does it take to go outside town?
how long does it take to walk a mile?
Roughly
You're
12
still
minutes.
drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still drunk.
You're drunk
Wow.
for an hour.
What,
Mr. Turner-
What minus do you want me to take?
Just roll it.
Mr. Turner got a 25.
It's a 19.
16.
Oh, 10. Sorry.
Okay. So Mr. Turner and Saw kind of hiccups. Is like, what's that over there? You guys see what looks like a merchant's caravan. You see kind of a clearing in front of the woods. Smoke. Looks like somebody had recently had a fire here. Do you approach?
Yeah.
Vivian would try to stealth a little closer to get a better view, see if
Is she gonna go ahead of the group?
you guys okay with that?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
You do you, boss.
Oh no. Only a 9?
Okay. You stealth up to the camp. And you don't see any people. You see that, there were kind of logs and spots to sit around this fire, but you don't see anybody at the fire. It's still smoking, so whoever set this fire is probably not overly far away. The caravan is there. The doors are shut. The shutters are shut. What do you do?
Can I make a perception check to see if she can hear anything in the caravan or see a little bit of light coming through shutters or something? Okay. 18?
18. You hear a little bit of mumbled voices coming from inside the caravan, but that's all you hear.
Okay.
You can kind of, if you peek into the shutters, it looks as if there's light coming from inside, but
Okay.
Are you going to come back and share all of this?
Yeah. And figuring out that likely they're inside their caravan, Vivian would go back out and relay that to the rest of the group that they're likely there.
okay.
Okay. With that, Nana Opal is going to be like, hang on, Sonny, you need some protection because the cookie was a little strong. And you have mage armor.
Learn to handle your cookies. Why don't you give him a sobriety cookie?
I didn't prepare any.
All right, well, got mage armor now. I'm wasted.
Good.
I'll go ahead and get mage armor myself as well because I'm squishy.
Okay.
And Vivian would like to, before we go up there, drink her feral mutagen. So she gets her claws. And then as that's happening, she would like to take a small pouch from her belt and dip each of her claws into it and put on poison
Okay.
that it has a chance of knocking them unconscious.
Yes, now remember, we have to keep Antrellis and his wife alive.
Oh. As much as I would love to see them pass, I guess this one time I'll have to let them go. Let their souls be. Also, Mr. Turner's gonna cast guidance on everybody, and then detect magic on the caravan.
Ooh, you see a great many things, Mr. Turner. Couple of auras. One aura, stronger than the rest, surrounds the almost entirety of the caravan. But you see several auras within, and you see the caravan on the map. One near the back north corner, so like the northwest corner. One in the north of the caravan, if you're looking at it on the map. And then just this even stronger aura surrounding the entire place.
Can we pump the brakes for like 45 minutes and let me sober up real quick? That'd be really cool.
Did you put like the intoxicated effect on?
It doesn't have it. I can't find it.
Huh. I know there's something for it, but I don't really know what it does.
You roll a d4 and you take that much charisma damage.
Oh.
Well, you don't use that.
It's not like any charisma. So let's,
That's like typical intoxication rules, I believe. I think there might be,
I think
you might be nauseated.
bonus strength or something too.
Yeah.
No, I think you get a plus on charisma checks while you're drunk, and then you take the like fatigue and whatever if you got.
Like when you sober up, I know you're.
Yeah, you're like fatigued for whatever D4 hours.
Fuck this. Let's do it while I'm wasted. Let's go.
Yeah.
So, would you guys mind placing yourselves on this map? Okay.
Oh, you get a -2 to reflex.
All right. Great.
Okay, so door to this caravan seems, shut tight for the evening.
Are there windows?
They're all shuttered from the inside.
Okay.
Is there a fire burning? Because I put that on Sirenscape.
I think it's out.
Well, it's out. There, if you listen to me, it's smoking like somebody had recently been out.
Well, I was trying to... The irony is I was trying to find the fireplace sounds, and you were telling me that the fire was out. I'll pay better attention next time.
Smooth.
So I would like to try and look, I don't know, like a classic old lady grandma. Like, I'm willing to roll disguise for that. And want to rap on the door and ask, will you please let in an old lady? She needs some help.
So you rap on the door. I'll let you make me a bluff check for that. I don't think you really need disguise to appear as an old lady.
Just
since
checking.
you are.
Oh, I got a natural 20, so 28.
So 28. You wait a couple seconds, then a minute. You don't get any response.
It's not polite to ignore the elderly.
Psst. Hey, boss. Boss. Nana.
Yes.
Do you want me to open the door? Fuck.
Yes, please, sir. I could use some help.
Okay. All right. And I guess
You're coming up to the door.
coming up to the door.
Well, you don't have disabled device, so I think it's just going to be a strength check to open this damn door.
All right. I am not in tiger form, but what I am going to do is throw back a potion of bull strength.
How many of those do you fucking
I
have?
bought 4.
God damn.
I didn't have to spend a lot of money on armor and weapons, so I bought a lot of potions.
Sometime, dearie, let me know what you've been drinking. I'm good at drinkables as well.
Good to know. All right, so that is an 8 total. Really sad.
Door does not open. You're more than happy to let you roll another one there.
All right, I'm kicking. 19 on the die.
Yep, you kind of pull it and you hear the deadbolt kind of snap and the door flies open and you're confused because it's suddenly dark in there and you don't see anybody.
Oh dear. Yeah.
And I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay. Give me a second. I'm getting there. Okay. Okay, that is 17 total.
17 total. You see two very valuable...
Actually, hold your horses. I have dark vision.
I know.
Okay, so it's...
I'm aware. That's why I said
thing.
you
Okay.
don't see anybody.
All right, cool.
But you're surprised because
I should be able to see in there.
Well,
Yeah.
you're surprised because Dr. Viv said that she thought there was, like, light inside and she heard,
Yeah.
like, mumbled conversation. So...
And there's magic. I would have told
Yeah.
the party that as well.
So you open the door, you make that perception check. You don't see anybody in there, but with 17, you do see what looks like kind of under a couple of rugs and blankets, what looks like the corner of a chest. And then a second one. There are some chests kind of hastily covered up in this wagon.
There's some cool fucking boxes in here, guys.
Yes, this made me need a more careful mind to examine.
Vivian will walk up, and she has disable device. So she would...
Where does she walk up?
She would walk...
Okay, make me a perception check before she walks through the door.
I'm rolling horribly. 13.
Okay. Dr. Viv. A little hasty, a little excited to see what was in here. And in your excitement, you missed the cues from Mr. Turner about magic being in a specific corner of the room. You missed the cues that were kind of easily leading you into the corner of the caravan. And what happens is a 17 on the die plus 10 hits you.
Yep.
You take 13 points of physical damage.
Oh no.
And 10 points of electricity damage as a magical buzzing saw blade shoots out of the wall in the northwest corner of the caravan as you walk through the threshold, digs into your left arm, and you're just bleeding, and as you feel it dig into you, it lights up with this sparkling magic, and your muscles all tense up and start to convulse as you fall to the ground, kind of just twitching and bleeding.
Ouch.
Oh, shit.
How much are you down? Sorry. Was it 20?
I only have 16 hit points left out of 46.
Nana, Opal, wait. Is there still magic in there? Ed?
Yeah, based on the other checks, yeah, there still is.
Yeah, now that he can look into the doorway, he's still kind of getting interference from this whole caravan being magical, but as he concentrates, Mr. Turner can pinpoint magic coming from both of the chests.
But not that corner.
Not the corner anymore.
Okay, yeah. So with that, Nana Opal would walk up and hand a potion of, would you say cure moderate or cure serious? Which one would you prefer?
I mean, she needs like 30 hit points to get back up to normal.
You can have a cure serious.
Thanks.
That's 3d8 plus 1 per level, and it's a 5 level potion.
Ooh, thank you.
So 3d8 plus 5.
There it is. Alright, so 16 plus 5, 21?
Yeah.
Thank you. Vivian feels much better now.
It seems we should be examining this chest over here.
Okay, alright, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's do it.
Anything to better our cause.
Okay, so you checking out these chests?
You guys think they're gonna chest?
Do a perception check on the chest.
Yeah,
After
I'm pretty
Ian
weary.
nearly died there.
Who's got higher perception than me?
I have +6 to my perception.
Yeah.
+7.
Ooh, not too bad. 21.
So,
16 here.
Not that high.
Dr.
17.
Viv, you're examining the further in chest, correct? With a 21, you reach your hand forward, and then you stop. Something looks funny about the latch on this chest. And you realize that if you were to open it, you're probably going to set something off in here. So
Okay.
if you want to make a disable device check.
Oh, hang on, my child. And she's gonna touch you, and you're gonna get another feeling of serious hominess, and you're gonna get a +2 to your AC against traps and reflex saves against traps.
Sweet.
And then you can
Thank
have some guidance as well.
Yeah, so I'll definitely use the guidance now for this roll. Actually, I've been rolling horribly with that one. I'm going to use a different die.
Oh, you're shunning my Lyra die?
It didn't help. An 11.
You're pretty sure you've...
So with the, I guess I said guidance, but I meant resistance before.
What?
So I couldn't use guidance?
No, you would. It's just different, slightly different.
I'm saying, otherwise I can do guidance. It's easy.
Okay, so say it's an 11. 11, I believe, is enough if you fail the disabled device DC by... you failed it by more than 10. So... Instead of, digging through the pages, I'm pretty sure failing by 10 is enough to set off the trap.
Yeah, so
It's by 5.
Okay.
you're gonna get the +2 to your reflex on this, and your +2 to the AC, but also if you did resistance, that'll be a +3 to the reflex. So,
In addition or just overall? +3.
like overall +3.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so 20 on the die. Okay. Let me roll to confirm. 19 on the die.
Did you critical fucking threat on a goddamn...
Trap? I did.
Is this some sort of electricity?
It is not.
That's the one I had ready to go.
If something was gonna crit on you, you would want this to crit on you. I will say that right now.
Okay.
Because it only does 9 points of damage. But I need you to make me a fortitude save, and lucky for you, it is against a poison.
Ooh, yay. Okay. So I get a +4 to this save.
And then the resistance.
Plus the 1.
Plus the
Okay.
resistance bonus.
I didn't roll horribly this time. So that's 11. 25.
Oh, you are more than fine.
Yes.
Actually, do you have craft alchemy or no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
you could roll a craft alchemy on what this is, because you kind of felt it affect you for an instant, and then, you're kind of so used to dealing with poisons that it didn't seem to work entirely properly.
I could very easily help if I watched and, tried to see what had happened.
Okay.
I instantly aid, because I have a +16 to craft alchemy.
Rolled well then, too. So 27 with your aid.
So, you know that this is called Terranav root poison. You further know with that baller check that it affects the afflicted a little less quickly than some other poisons. It takes a full minute to take hold, but once it does, the user starts losing their coordination, and then once they've succumbed, they continue to lose their coordination. Mechanically, in 1 minute, the target must make a fortitude save. Failing that is 1d3 of dexterity damage.
Ooh.
And then for 6 minutes after, every minute, they must make another save or lose another 1d3 dexterity.
Whoa.
So can I open the chest?
The chest
now?
is at this point open.
Okay.
And you look inside, and you don't see. There's almost nothing in this. But wait, you see a scrap of cloth, and it has blood on it. And you reach in and you turn the scrap over, and it has a gagged skull on it.
Ooh.
Oh. But that's the group we're working with.
Indeed. Do you want to check out the other chest?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have disabled device, so if it's trapped, I would wait until the dock.
Yeah, can I do a perception check on that next chest?
You certainly can.
Oh, I rolled a 20, so 27.
27. You see that it's locked. You don't see that there is a trap on it.
All right. Can I use disabled device?
Yeah,
to,
you
like,
can use
pick the lock?
disabled
Okay.
device for the...
Oh, come on. So I only got an 8.
I'll let you... I mean, if you want to...
Yeah, it was
If you
horrible.
want to sit here and pick the lock, you can take 20 on it. It'll take you, 15, 20 minutes.
Let me
Yeah.
know if you want me to break it open.
Vivian would say, "Oh, I can do it. Just give me a minute."
Yeah, that's fine.
You're probably sobering up by now, by the way.
Yeah, by the time this lock is picked, you'll be sober.
Oh, now I just feel like trash.
Sober and hungover. Okay, you're able to pick the lock, and you find a note. And this note says, "I know you're on to me. I know who you are. I know where you come from. If you want me, come get me. Good luck. Signed, Antrellis."
Ooh.
Well, if he wants to join the rest of the souls, then I believe we should let him.
Where do we think where do we think we're going?
Well, you guys could potentially make a survival check or something to look around for tracks, see what's going on at the camp.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering why there was blood on that Whispering Way thing. And I don't know what Antrellis smells like, but if he left some clothes behind, someone could punch me and I'll get mad and turn on my scent ability.
Well, I think Saul would know. I mean, Saul would think about that and think about maybe offering that to the group as a last resort.
Yeah, if
you guys couldn't find tracks or something, he could potentially do that.
It hurts really bad, so he doesn't want to do it, but it's last resort. Absolutely.
You got a 10, you said?
For survival, yeah.
12.
18.
12.
With an 18, you can see faint tracks leading into the woods. Beyond that, you continue to follow it, and you see some broken twigs and branches that lead you to believe you're kind of on the right path. You head deeper into the woods, and you're continuing to be able to, track this pretty easily. Make me a wisdom check.
Ooh. So
0.
I'm guessing by this point the mutagen has worn off. It's been 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
Do you want everybody to make one or no?
I think Dr. Viv is the one actively tracking.
Oh, might be. I thought you meant everyone.
12.
Yeah, with the 12, you have this strange thought, and you're thinking, that branch doesn't look like it would be broken there from a normal person walking through. You start to realize that this path looks like it was set up.
Oh.
What you're tracking looks like it was intentionally done.
All right, I will share that with the rest of the group that we might be going into another trap.
Oh, before we do much else, Mr. Turner would cure light wounds on Vivian if she needs it. All right. How down are you, Vivian?
I have 28 out of 46.
Okay, you're down quite a bit then.
Yep.
You can have 3. $11 plus, I guess, plus 15.
So 26.
That should help a little bit.
Yep, back up to full. Thank you.
Okay, so Dr. Viv tells the group that the tracks you're following seem like they were intentional.
Oh God! All right. Let's look around. This fucker he's up to some shit. Let's look around and see if we can find out how to get it back to his place without, taking a saw blade to the chest. You see what I did there?
God damn it. Okay, so you guys can make perception checks.
10.
9.
25.
I also got a 25.
Oh, well, the dynamic duo looks around and they're pretty certain they don't see any other paths. They don't see any other, they kind of do a sweep and they maybe walk around this trail, leaving the non-perceptive folks like where they started.
Not a very good pathfinder at all.
But yeah, you don't really see any other like broken twigs, tracks, that kind of thing. Mr. Turner, make me a wisdom check.
Neat. 26.
Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah, with the 26, you remember back to the note that was almost goading you to find him. You think that, being unable to find any other tracks, it might have just been as simple as him trying to make it easy for you to find where he's hidden. With the 26, you think that this is leading to him, but there's going to be some shit when we find him. Because he wouldn't make it this easy if he didn't want to be found.
All right. He would tell the party then. Oh, sweet, sweet people. I do believe he wants us to find him.
So, do you guys continue to follow the trail then?
Guess we have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you follow the trail, and the trees open up, and you see a footpath. It seems that the trail follows this footpath, and what you see in front of you is a ravine. And it looks like, and we'll roll over your survival check from earlier, it looks like 2 bodies slid down this ravine and followed it a ways.
Like 2 corpse bodies? Or
No, like two
bodies?
like you see you see 2 sets of slide marks, basically.
Sure.
Skid marks.
Skid marks. 2 skid marks. So you guys slide down into the ravine?
Yeah.
Can you do like a perception check to see at the bottom to make sure there's nothing
Yep.
hazardous there?
A bunch of broken glass and
Well,
needles.
2 dead
Needles.
bodies. They slid down there and died.
oh, yay. 30.
Yeah, you look at it, you don't see like especially sharp rocks, but you think that
Oh, wait, I did my math wrong. It's like a 25.
it's fine. You still get it. you don't really see any like especially sharp rocks down there. You just think that it might be a little careful going. You might have to like, steady yourself so you don't slide down too fast, kind of thing. So it's about 30 feet down, but it's at an angle, so you wouldn't think that it would like hurt particularly bad, even if you like tumbled the whole way down. But you'll have to be a little careful getting down there.
Okay. Should we do it, guys?
Let's roll.
I may need some help getting down.
I got you, Granny.
Old lady.
Old lady that can fly.
I guess that's a good point.
I don't want to use the fly yet.
Have a cookie. Take me to the bottom of the well.
Gosh, I have a personal slave basically right now, addicted to the cookies.
Well, just wait till I become level 11 and I get to be a large tiger and you can ride me.
Ugh. I hate it already. Okay, so I need everybody to make me a climb check.
Nana Opal takes a couple levels in Cavalier.
Oh boy.
Alright, if I have to do a climb, I am actually gonna use...
Yeah, so
Can I, like, jump down and use Featherfall?
Yes.
3
yeah,
on the
will
3
do.
on the die brings me to a -2.
Wow. Okay, you start to tumble. You take 5 points of falling damage as you kind of just like rattle down the hill.
You have a negative climb score.
He sounds kind of like a tin can in armor, like hitting the rocks on his way down, but he kind of brushes himself off at the bottom and it's like, it's not so bad.
I have a -1 to my climb, but I rolled a 19, so that brings me to an 18.
Yeah, you make it down. You're pretty sure-footed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cure light
I
myself.
got a 1.
Gosh dang it.
And Dr. Viv tumbles down as well, chips a nail and takes 2 points of damage.
You can have a cure light.
Gruesome twosome.
Oh, she doesn't need cure light. She's-
Twosome's not great at climbing.
I don't see why not. I'll give you that cure light.
okay,
You're
okay.
fine.
And then is Nana just doing the feather fall?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna, like, Mary Poppins it.
She sees a bunch of her friends just like eat shit on the way down. She just jumps forward and like floats down.
Yeah. Mary Poppins.
Okay, so at the bottom of the ravine, can you guys make me a perception check?
I can try. I got a natural 20, so 19.
Dope.
18 total.
20 or 19 as well.
21.
Yeah, so you all see what appears to be an opening to a cave-like structure in the wall of the ravine. And you can see that the tracks head that way.
Oh. This is a nice map.
So if you guys could place yourselves on the map at this point, you are in the ravine part right before the opening to the cave.
Steve just tried to push all of the figures on over to the map and they all just fell.
It collapsed. It's awful.
Okay. So, did you guys enter the cave?
Can we enter the cave?
It's an open...
Okay.
Caves don't usually have doors. It might have been a good thing I could have sprung another trap on you guys. But you enter the cave.
Ed, we may need you to be looking for magic all during this.
That's a great idea.
So you enter the cave. And who enters first? Are you guys in the order you want to be in?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So Saw and Dr. Vivian enter the cave. Make me a perception check.
Okay. 19.
11.
Okay, both of you can see. It's not hard to see. In the center of this dimly lit room, there is what appears to be a corpse hanging by a chain. And you can see that it's kind of hanging over this basin.
Don't get too excited, Doc. Gotta be careful.
It's already dead. No use.
But let's not forget that one more is better. One more soul.
I guess we could kind of cautiously approach it.
Okay, you cautiously approach, and you see, like, as you get closer, the basin is full of, like, 2 gallons of blood.
Oh, God.
Upon further inspection, you can see that the body looks like the source of the blood. If you want to make a heal check.
Oh no, that's much too much blood for any recipe I know.
14.
14 on the heal check. You can see that...
on the heal check.
Damn. You can see that the body appears to have been drained of its blood, and its blood collected in the basin.
Can I check for any sort of wacky identifiers on the body? So, as a player, I think this could be like a past Whispering Way initiate who failed or something.
Yeah, why don't you make me either a knowledge local or a perception at different DCs?
Okay, it would be perception.
Mine-
17.
I can do knowledge local. 17.
Okay. So with a knowledge local, you can tell that the robes that this person is wearing look like they would be Whispering Way robes, but the body doesn't have any real identifiers on it.
Mm-hmm.
With a perception check, you can see that it looks like cloth was torn from the breast of the robe, indicating that maybe the symbol that you found in the caravan is from this robe.
Yeah, put that together. That makes sense.
Why?
Well, it looks like we are not the first ones to try coming after this old guy.
So as you look around the room, pretty bare bones, there's a couple... Well, actually, if you detect magic, you would see that the torches on the wall aren't entirely unmagical. They're illuminated by magics and keeping this room lit. Dimly in the center, but, at the corners it's full bright light, I guess.
Okay.
Any of them look like they could be pulled down.
If you go up to them and make a perception check, you can certainly...
I just remember that he's... just has already set traps, so I've got a 15.
With a 15, you kind of walk around the room observing the torches and kind of looking to see if any of them appear to have a hinge. You don't see that, but that's about all you find out from that the torches don't appear to... I mean, you could certainly try and pull them, but from a look, you don't see that any of them is kind of like a lever.
Okay. So it seems like we should just move on.
All right.
There's nowhere to move to. The room is a dead end.
Oh, it's just a room. I assumed a cave would have more?
But you saw that the tracks led in here.
Yeah.
Can I continue to follow the tracks to try to see if they,
Make me a survival check.
All right.
I'll aid. No.
17.
Yeah, with the 17, you see that it almost looks like purposely obscured tracks. It looks like the entire room is covered in tracks because somebody led you here intentionally and then intentionally tried to fuck you up, and you can't follow where the tracks are going.
I'll share that information with the rest of the group.
Well, now what? Now what?
Start feeling the walls.
Yeah. Does anyone have knowledge, what would it be? Dungeoneering?
Yeah, like dungeoneering or engineering, honestly. I would accept either.
I do not.
I will start with dungeoneering. Come on. A 9.
Yeah,
Can
you're not really sure.
Can I also do an engineering check?
Sure.
Alrighty. Actually, I'm going to switch die here. Lyra's going to give me some luck. Yes. All right. That's a 23.
With a 23 and an engineering check, you would assume that this likely isn't truly a dead end, but you're kind of looking around the room and you're looking at what's going on in here. You think maybe something with the basin, maybe something with the body. You're not sure. You don't really see, because you're not perceiving around, you don't really see any entrance or exit, but you intuit with that check that, like, why would there be a basin of blood in a random room like this? It's got to mean something.
Can we detect magic? Or is there magic anywhere?
As you detect magic, you really only see the torches in this room.
So the basin of blood, we like can't see to the bottom of it, because like
it's like opaque blood.
Okay. Vivian's gonna stick her hand in and see if there's anything.
Feel around.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is there any fantasy clear blood? Blood?
Yeah, the ancient race of fantasy humans. Clear blood.
See right through it.
Yeah, you don't feel anything. You just feel the blood flowing through your fingers. That's
All right.
about it.
She smiles as that's happening.
Oh, good. Great. Hear me out. If we dump all this blood and it drains out somewhere, we would find if there's a way out.
Oh, I like that.
That's a good point.
If you dump it and it...
Like it flows through like a wall or something, like there's a...
So if you like dump it around the wall,
Yeah.
like around the entire... Yeah, you could do that. I mean, the basin is attached to the ground, so you'd have to have a receptacle or something that you can...
Oh, we can't move it.
Oh, don't worry. I have a cauldron. I always do.
Of course. So you guys start scooping blood from the basin into this cauldron then?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just spreading it around the room?
Yeah.
Like probably
around the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can, with that, find that in the western wall, there is what looks like slit that the blood is flowing through.
Oh, good thinking, Granny. Good thinking. All right, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start feeling the wall, see if I can find like a hole for a key or something.
Should we pull down on the body? See if it's a lever.
Yeah. Or even just like search the body, I guess.
Yeah.
Can I do my survival check really quick to see if I just feel anything on the wall
Sure,
besides the seam? That's an 11.
Yeah, I mean, you do find the seam. You find the seam in the door.
So what was holding up the body? Was it a chain or was it a rope?
It's a chain.
Chain. Okay, so you can't cut through it. I guess at that point, Vivian will go over to the body and kind of like move it around, pull it down, see if it
She
does
pulls
anything.
it down.
Yeah.
And upon pulling the body down, the entrance in the west wall opens.
Ooh.
Oh, how nice.
Do-do-do-do.
If she releases it, does it close back up?
Does she release it?
I don't think she would unless somebody asks her.
She really wants to touch the body.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing it
she would be
was-
like happy holding onto
I'm
it.
guessing it was the weight of the blood that was at one point keeping the door open, and now
I think.
Oh, and then once it lost all the blood. Creepy.
Yeah, that's why I asked. So
cool.
But yes, when she releases the body for a moment, the door begins to slide shut. She grabs it, pulls it back down. The door opens.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out one of my wands. I don't need to rinse out the cauldron. I throw all my wands back in there. I search through. I grab one and I cast Enlarge Person on the body.
Does that work on non-living targets?
One humanoid creature. Humanoid.
I don't know that it works on things that aren't living, but I'm gonna let it happen.
Multiplies weight by 8.
I'm gonna let it happen because I love it. So you see this like corpse just begin to grow, and it becomes like, it bursts through its clothing and just like is just this disgusting looking like shriveled thing.
But the chain still stays in the same.
it's like bulging.
Yeah, bulging around the
Yeah,
chain.
it's like bulging around the chain, but it does provide enough weight to keep the door open, you sick fuck.
Now, see, Doctor, in the future, I can enlarge something so that you get a better view.
Oh, much to be learned from those larger organs.
Thanks, I hate it. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Same
Heading
march
down
order,
the,
yeah.
Yes. Oh, it looks like it's single file, though, this time.
Yep.
Who wants to be in front?
Either Doctor or
Probably the
myself.
doctor.
I could.
Well, because I do have the disabled device. If
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
Not that I have trap sense, but
I do.
oh,
Well, not trap sense. It's well, it's trap sense. It's just like a +1,
oh,
so
okay.
nothing crazy.
Okay, so marching order will be Dr. Viv, Saw, and then Nana, Opal, and then Ed.
Okay. So you guys walk into the hallway. Make me a perception check.
All of us? Or just...
Just
18.
18. All you really see are the magical torches on the wall. Seems relatively safe to you.
Okay. She'll continue walking then.
Okay.
I'm guessing everybody else follows
Absolutely.
along behind.
Okay. So as you turn the corner in this corridor, you see another open room. This one relatively empty.
By the way, we're all just stepping through blood.
Yeah. You see two doors, one to the north and another one to the west, kind of at the northwest corner of the room. What do you do?
Well, let's go into the room.
Okay. Which room?
No.
Oh,
just in the main room.
Oh, okay.
And I think Ed should be looking for magic again.
And
In every direction.
Yeah.
Literally
Scan.
all over the place.
all
You
right.
scan.
Mm-hmm.
You just see the magic torches.
Is there anything else
Make
besides?
me a knowledge arcana. You can as well, Nana Opal.
19.
Natural one, don't talk about it.
Okay, you kind of intuit that if the rest of the doors are as thick as the door that you came in through, you're not going to get a good read on what's in any of the rooms adjacent to here. You know that, like, your spell has limitations. It doesn't work through, like, a foot of material.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
So, do we just want to start out with the western room, I guess?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Vivian would like to make a perception check to
To-
like look for traps
Yep, go ahead.
before trying to unlock the door or open the door.
Oh, really? We weren't just going to walk right through there and...
Yeah, I learned that lesson. So that is a 27.
27. She does not notice any traps on this door.
All right. She will try to open it. Is it locked?
It is not locked.
All right. She will open the door and look into the room.
Okay, opening this door and looking into this room, again, a relatively plain room with some torches and sconces, but you do see on the far western wall a mirror. And when you look into the mirror, you can see, yourself, but something's off.
She's gonna call back, Edward, to take a look at this mirror. Detect some magic, please.
All right, then he does.
He does. He detects magic on the mirror and also in the room as a whole. Make me a perception check as you look into this mirror.
24.
11.
Ooh, with a 24, you look into the mirror. You notice that, you spend a lot of time looking at yourself because you think you look off. But then you kind of look at what's going on in the background behind you. And weirdly enough, you swore you only saw 2 doors in this room. But through the mirror, it seems like there's a door on the far wall on the other side of the main room you had entered into.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay.
Upon further inspection, you see a strange star-shaped mark on this door.
So she would just walk over to where it appears the door is and make a perception check.
Sure.
21.
Yeah, with a 21, you swore you saw this door and felt confident that you'd be able to feel for where this door is. All you feel is solid stone. You can't even find a seam.
Can, I don't know. So can Ed and the doc work together and, like, Ed tell the doctor where the star is and try and touch the star?
Certainly.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something.
All right, but well, we could. So where we think the door is, I could do stone shape as well,
Oh, yeah.
and so move it.
Just remove it?
essentially.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Don't see why not.
All right.
Forgot about stone shape.
All right.
You detected magic in this room too, right?
With the mirror?
The main room.
Yeah. That was the that was the first thing they did.
Okay.
That was so.
I think we only saw the torches.
Yeah.
That's all you said.
Okay. Stone shape. I cast a stone shape in order to move it aside. I open just as a normal door would.
Sure.
But a stone.
Make me a perception check.
Both of us?
Everybody in the room.
Oh.
13.
2.
18.
9.
Well, an 18 is good enough to see. It looks like there's a mist that starts to kind of rise from the floor.
Oh no.
And you see it in enough time to get out a word of warning. But I need everybody to make me a fortitude save.
Can I cover my mouth?
You can cover your mouth and get a +2 because of the word of warning.
Okay. I feel like everybody would do that, right?
Yeah.
There's no
And then
reason
is
not to.
this a poison? So Vivian would get a bonus.
Yes.
Sweet.
And I'm also going to use my divine protection.
14.
24.
11 on the die, plus my barbarian badass 9 fortitude save, and the extra 2 brings me to 22.
19.
Okay. DC 20. So those below a 20. Oh, it's like the funniest joke you ever heard.
No.
Oh boy.
He's not doing it.
Begin to
He's not doing it.
chuckling.
Oh.
Start laughing. Roaring with laughter as you fall to the ground. And the rest of you are unaffected by, well, it's basically hideous laughter, but in a poison.
Roll credits. We did it.
Roll credits. It's over, folks. We jumped the shark right here.
Right here.
Okay, so the two of you on the ground laughing, the other two see the door opens up into a hallway.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see what's so fucking funny, but
Do we want to investigate the other room first?
Well,
How long am I going to be laughing here?
yeah, can I do
Yeah.
like a craft alchemy check or something to see how long they'll be affected?
Spellcraft.
I mean, you don't really need it. They're going to be
Okay.
on the ground for 4 minutes.
God. Was it Nana, Opal, and Ed that both failed?
Yep.
Okay.
And in that time, make me a perception check, those of you that aren't laughing.
Ugh. 20.
11.
Saw over the laughter, you can hear movement.
Oh, shit.
Almost sounds like, and you know because you have these new friends, sounds like some spell casting is happening.
Oh, God damn it. Nana, get your fucking shit together. Viv, suit up.
All right, she pulls out her sickle and her dagger. She's
Okay.
ready.
Do you guys have a marching order? I imagine you wait until the two of them finish laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do mage armored all
Sweet.
real quick.
Okay. Do you guys enter the room? I need marching order, of course.
I think we would.
Yeah, and I think it'll be the same order as always, right? So Viv saw Nana.
Well, it depends. You can imagine you're going into combat here, so maybe don't need Viv in front, but
Fuck it. Put Saw up front. Tag me in, coach.
Vivian, as we're like walking into the room, is going to take a potion out of her belt and drink it, giving her a shield.
Oh,
Good call. I'm gonna
Mage armor.
pop a flask out and down some more bull strength.
anybody want any other potions? I've got a few. I've got Bear's Endurance.
I mean, I feel like anybody could use that.
Yeah. I mean, I've cast mage armor on everybody. And I also would saw benefit from enlarge person.
I think so.
good luck fitting down that hallway.
Right, yeah, I'd be
Okay.
squeezing for a lot of this, so maybe not. I think I would probably just prefer to stay as my regular tiger.
Alright, invisibility? Anybody? Nope.
Sure.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and the two spellcasters here will go ahead and both drink a potion of invisibility, so you have 3 minutes.
All right.
Okay. The two spellcasters drink it and no one else.
I mean, unless anybody else wants one. I have a couple more.
Well, whoever's going in first, I need you to make me a perception check.
All right. Sky blue die. Here we go. Okay, not good at all. 10 total.
You see that the path in front of you forks in two directions. You can kind of clearly see what looks like maybe a library to Saw's right, to the like southeast.
Yep.
And then you see into a room, a little bare bones, but it looks like it has some like kitchen-esque, like a cauldron and a bed and that kind of stuff.
Nobody casting any spells.
You don't see anybody.
Detect magic?
Detect magic?
Yeah.
You detect magic.
Okay. I would relay that to the party.
Are you spending rounds to do so? Because detect magic takes, 3 rounds?
Yeah, to get it exact.
At this point, probably be overly cautious based on the amount of traps that we've had. So, yeah.
Okay. So, folks, you're seeing some magic here. You're seeing magic in both rooms. A couple auras in each of them. A lot kind of on the bookshelves. You see auras down by like where the bed would be. A couple auras by the walls in the rooms. You would assume like where the torches are. That's what you see.
Okay.
I guess we would cautiously move into the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which way are you going?
Left towards the kitchen and kind of bedroom looking thing.
Okay.
I guess I would probably be doing like rolling perception checks. I don't know if you want me to start rolling them.
Start
Okay.
rolling.
So every like 5 or 10 feet or so, I take
I'm going to
it
have
real
you guys
slow.
all roll a perception check right now.
All right, 12. Bad.
17. Did you say 19?
I did say 19.
Ugh, I'm sorry. I don't even have to roll that stealth because we got 2 invisible enemies that are going to take their surprise actions. So what I need you to do is I need you to place this bottle cap on the wall on that side of the room. Then I need you to place a second bottle cap. Well, you're not going to see this one. But in the surprise round, you see a woman appear. She's pale, green eyes, black hair, and you can see that she has a raven on her shoulder. She looks at you and smiles. I need everybody to make a reflex save.
Even the people she can't see?
Well, if your characters are truly where they are, then yes, even the people she can't see.
All right, 16 here.
I failed.
This wouldn't happen to be some sort of trap.
No.
Okay.
It would not.
No.
You can tell she just cast a spell.
Okay. That's a 15.
16.
Okay, guys, we're looking at a DC 18. As a lightning bolt strikes through the party.
Oh, it goes into line. Fuck. We're in a line.
I should know better. I have lightning bolt.
I'm gonna need another D6, guys.
I got plenty. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, use that Matumbe D6. It'll roll 1. Did it roll 1?
No.
God damn it.
22 points of damage.
Ouch.
And now I need everybody to roll for initiative.
I'm bloodied.
Hey, Griffin, that was electricity damage, right?
It was, in fact, electricity damage.
Hey, good thing I am not a tiger yet, because tieflings naturally have 5 electricity resistance.
You did it, bud. Finally paid off for you.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I was hoping you got hit with that buzzsaw because you could have mitigated some of that electricity damage from that.
That's true.
16, by the way, for Nana Opal.
Mr. Turner got 14.
Okay.
14 as well. My modifier's a 6.
I think you beat Ed's modifier.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you would.
And then Dr. Malice.
5.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to like this. Because I got a 21 and a 17.
Motherfucking Christ.
From behind you guys. Well, actually, it would be behind Dr. Malice because, like, diagonally there, because although he is invisible, he cannot see the other invisible characters. But you see a man appear with just this crazy look in his eyes. And he says, I need you to get out of my house. You best be moving on. And he takes 2 swings at you with his 2-weapon fighting and his daggers. Oh, Doctor, I think you're gonna be sitting in intensive care.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
My AC is up to a 22 now?
With the mage armor?
Does mage armor stack with armor and shield?
It's a force armor, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another +4.
So
It's another +4?
It's
26?
4.
shield
it
does
was
not
2.
stack, I don't think. Or no, shield is a shield bonus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is force.
Okay, so it's a 23 and a 21. I only think one hits. But
Does
you're
even
flat-footed to him.
But you said you were at
yeah.
22. Did you have mage armor when you said you were 22?
No, that was 22 is without the mage.
So you're 26
26.
Flat-footed.
Well,
minus 2. So 24.
No, it's not -2 in this game.
It'd be -3.
It's only Starfinder that is
me.
-2.
Gotcha.
So one hits, correct? Oh, fun. That is going to be... Let me just break out a couple more dice for sneak attack. $15 points of damage.
She's not down yet.
Hey, that's a good thing. But, unfortunately, it's his wife's turn. And she doesn't like you guys being here either. She's kind of pissed.
Are our invisible people still invisible?
They are still
Even
invisible.
though they got hit? Does that dispel it? I don't remember.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
They haven't taken an aggressive action, so they would still be invisible.
I didn't know if
I
taking damage got rid of it. That's good news.
All right. She takes a couple steps. Or no, she actually flies into the air.
Ooh.
And
How high?
we'll say the ceilings are 15 feet, so she's 10 feet in the air. And she says, Aranel, my pet, get him.
Oh, boy.
Her raven flies down and makes a touch attack on Saw. I don't believe a 13 hits your touch.
A 13 ties my touch. Wait, no, I have mage armor. Does that stack with touch? Haley?
Oh, so sorry. So sorry.
Do you know if mage armor affects your touch?
It shouldn't. It does not.
Ah, fuck. Well, then, yeah, it hits.
Okay. Saw.
That's so garbage.
Of all the people that would have taken this, you know,
Yeah, I know. It's probably for the best.
it doesn't really matter.
Fucking kill this bird.
And it's only... probably about as low as I could have rolled. 1 point of charisma damage, 2 points of intelligence damage, and 1 point of wisdom damage. As
Oh, no.
You are affected by touch of idiocy.
Okay.
And with that, it is Nana Opal's turn.
Okay, how tall are the ceilings?
Like I said, 15 feet.
Okay, sorry. Just want to make sure. I'm gonna fly to the top of the ceiling then.
Okay.
Gonna fly over into the northeast corner-ish. Yeah.
You're leaving
About there.
a square. Oh, you're invisible though. You're fine.
Yeah. Right about there, I think. I'm gonna cast Defending Bone. And so one of those child bones that I had and hadn't made into flour yet is gonna float up near my body, and I have damage reduction.
Nice.
That's it, though.
Okay. Mr. Turner, you are still invisible.
All right.
I tied with Turner and had
Yeah.
a better.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I flipped you guys.
That's fine.
Mr. Saw.
All right. I guess not that it really super matters, but question for you. This raven is a familiar. Can I attack a familiar?
I was just looking this up because I have a familiar. Okay, so you can attack a familiar. I don't know if this one has anything special, but, and then once the familiar dies, like, nothing actually happens. Like, the witch is still okay, and can cast spells, but she would have to, like, she can't do any new spells or re-prepare them the next day.
Okay.
So,
Yep, so you can attack. It's
And then-
it's another thing, so it's just got its own.
Okay.
yeah. And she wouldn't be able to deliver touch attacks through it anymore, obviously, if it's dead, so.
All right, so Saw's breathing really heavy because he just took a massive amount of damage for between the lightning bolt, and then he got all this freaking touch of idiocy on him, and he's breathing, and he's getting real pretty pissed off. And his horns start growing, and his eyes kind of roll back in his head. His hair starts sprouting all over his body, and he starts screaming. The claws tear out of his hands, and he does a full round attack action against the bird.
Sure.
All right. Natural 19 definitely hits with the bite.
Make me a
Concealment?
Yep.
Figured. Okay. 30.
That does it.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go claw. 14.
Does not do it.
Okay. Other claw. 16.
Nope.
Gore. 14 on the die brings me up to a 23.
Roll concealment.
Okay. 74.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, cool. So, I guess he just grabs the bird out of the sky with his bite. Chomps, and the bird I'm assuming gets away after I do a whole bunch of damage. Ooh, I should have put power attack on. That would really, really fuck this bird's day up. Okay. That is 7 plus 7 plus 2 is 16 points of damage.
Okay.
And then as the bird flaps out of Saw's mouth, he catches him with the gore attack from his horns, which is going to do an additional 8 points of damage.
And as he does that, the bird splats on the side wall. You killed Aranel, dude. What the hell?
See, this was really difficult for me because I kind of know that Aranel is alive later because
She can.
Yeah.
The thing with witches is they can bring them back.
Yeah, you can bring them back. It takes a long time.
So
Okay.
I'm going to take this bottle cap and put
Move
it
it out.
on the wall.
Put it on the wall.
Saw just killed Aranel.
So, Ed, still invisible. It is your turn.
All right. So another bit of a tricky move here with Stone Shape again. So he is going to take a 5-foot step toward the wall and 5 feet away from, or not 5 feet away, 10 feet away from Entrellis, who is at the wall.
Yep.
And I am going to have the wall come out and grab him.
Okay, I assume he would get like a reflex save or something against that.
That is crazy.
That is awesome.
I haven't the slightest clue.
Yeah, because you're using stone shape, which I like. So I'm going to give him a reflex save.
Yeah. So I'm going to try to do on his, bind his legs together to the wall, his arms to the wall, and then one over his mouth. And as he's doing that, he'll say, "Why, you're among friends here."
All right, let's see what he gets for a reflex save. 13 on the die plus 8, I think, is going to be more than enough to escape this. But that is now difficult terrain. So I
Okay.
would say move Entrellis 5 feet in either direction and mark that as difficult terrain. Yeah, I didn't know you'd be going whole hog on the stone shape. We really got to look and see if somebody did some actual rules on how you can use that offensively, because it's a pretty fucking cool spell.
It's cool as hell. You're being very creative with it.
I'm just lucky I prepared 2 of them.
So, Dr. Malice.
All right. So Dr. Malice is going to take a 5-foot step away from the difficult terrain, and then she is going to chug a potion of cure moderate wounds.
Okay, good call.
And that is 13 healing.
Alrighty. Back to the top of the order. You know him. You love him. You can tell that he's starting to go a little crazy. Your boy Entrellis is up. He's going to attack at this tiger twice. Now, tell me this, Steve.
Yeah, what do you want to know, Griffin?
I'm a little curious with this moon curse thing. Does that make you a lycanthrope? Does silver hurt any more than normal?
I actually don't know. My gut tells me yes.
Who's going to take an attack at you? And hit with 1 with a 17 plus 7, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's going to do 11 points of damage.
Yeah.
And if silver did anything extra, it would hurt you a little more. But I don't, yeah, if it's not in the moon curse thing, then it must just be a thing for like skin changers or whatever and regular lycanthrope.
I'll tell you what, while we continue this combat, I'm going to look it up on my computer, and if we have to do some retroactive damage that I deserve, that's fine.
Hey, no worries.
Okay.
So,
I'm not going to hurt that too much, right? Yeah.
So he's going to attack at you, and I think he's going to stay right there. His wife, though, is going to fly over towards the good doctor and just take her a route that doesn't incur there. Thank you kindly. She is going to touch you.
Oh no.
Does she have to come down to do that?
She's like 10 feet in the air, so I imagine she can like reach down like a diagonal 5 foot.
Okay.
Or just kick her
So
in the
she
face.
drops 5 feet, but she's still up there.
That's not nice.
I've never played a witch before, so this is interesting for me. But actually, I'm going to ask the party, since I believe Nana Opal has this as well. Is the Scar Hex touch attack? Is that how that works?
The Scar Hex is...
I know you need to touch somebody.
Sounds like it would be a touch attack.
I believe it would be touch.
And then you'd have to make a symbol.
Yes. A single target touched with horrible scars.
Okay.
But it actually... there's a will save to resist it.
Oh, well, if there's a will save, then it's usually either a will save or a touch attack.
No, there's no... It's not a touch attack.
Right,
but
so she
you
makes a
have
will
to
save.
touch.
Okay.
So
she touches you. Make me a will save.
8.
Ooh, Doc. You know Batman?
No.
You know, like, the villain Two-Face?
Yeah.
You feel this unearthly pain as half of your face just becomes weirdly disfigured and it looks like it was raked by claws. You kind of like, as you're in combat, are whipping your hair side to side, and you see that the side that your face is, deformed on this side, you see that the hair on that side is just bright white.
Ugh.
As she scars you.
it doesn't do any damage or anything.
It
though.
doesn't do damage.
Oh, okay.
You've just been marked, like I've marked you.
Oh, okay. This is just much more disfiguring.
All kinds.
Yep.
So the burn's on the one side of your face.
Oh, yeah. Is it the same side as the burn?
Yeah, it would be like the same side as the burn. I
Sweet.
think.
Okay. So she still has her good side.
He has a good side.
The good side.
And that is her turn. Nana Opal.
So Nana Opal is going to get a little casty cast. I need you to make me a will save.
Who?
The witch. I know Will's high for. Oh, actually,
Sure.
Will's pretty high for them. So maybe I should do it in Chalice. No, I'm gonna do the witch.
Only a 10.
And she falls to the ground prone as
Jeez.
I commanded her to fall.
Oh, you command her to fall.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys can put her down.
She's prone now.
Oh, she will be put down.
And it is Saw's turn.
All right, Saw is right next to the Mr. Antrellis, who got pushed into his square when our good friend Ed Turner created some difficult terrain. And so he's face to face. He's got this guy pinned up against a wall. Saw is going to do a full round attack, power attacking the whole time.
Okay.
15 on the bite.
Miss.
Natural 1 on the claw.
Miss.
Definitely. Fucking Christ, 13 on the other claw.
Nope.
Terrible. Natural 20 on the gore.
Okay. Roll to confirm.
8 plus 9, 17.
Nope.
Damn. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to do D8 plus bull strength plus. So this is going to be not bad. 15 points of damage on the gore.
Alrighty. With that, Mr. Turner.
So, seeing as how he just missed with the stone shape, he says, "Well, Antrellis, you really should see what's going on and what we have in store." And he needs to take a fortitude save.
Good God. You guys with your spells.
This is for blindness, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I figured.
Come on.
Fail. 4 on the dice.
Oh,
He
yes.
is blind.
Okay. Dr. Malice. Oh, are you moving at all?
Nope. I am staying up against the wall, pretty close to the
You are no longer
entrance.
invisible. Well, you weren't.
Well,
guess,
I was going to say.
Shape. Generally, stone shape's not an offensive spell, so technically.
Dude, beautiful.
Can Vivian do some sort of knowledge check to know whether for which their fortitude would be lower or their reflex save would be lower?
You can do a knowledge local.
Okay.
Fortitude's lower. I'm a witch.
16.
Yeah, you would know.
Okay. So in that case, with fortitude being lower, Vivian is going to attempt to strike with her sickle that is currently poisoned.
Nice.
If I can roll well. 17?
17 to attack?
To attack, yeah.
Well, she is prone on the ground, so she takes a -4 to her AC against physical attacks, so that will hit.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Damage. Is she considered flat-footed?
No.
Okay. Don't get to do my sneak attack damage. So 4 damage, and she needs to take a fortitude save because there was poison on that blade.
Of course there was. 16 on the die goes to a 17.
Yeah, that saves. So I think its frequency is once per round for 2 rounds, but if she saves the first time, does nothing happen?
Yeah, if you save the first time, nothing happens.
Okay.
So, unless it specifically says, like, if you save, you're still shaken for 1 round or whatever.
No.
Okay. So, with that, your good blind boy Antrellis, loses his vision, says, fuck that, and immediately pops it's basically a little special thing he has as a rogue. It's kind of cool. It's called Shadow Clone, boys. And you see 5 Antrellises spring from where the original Antrellis was. And he says, if you're going to make it hard for me to hit you, then fuck you. I'm going to make it hard for you to hit me. And then he's going to take a 5-foot step away. Unfortunately, we have the guy that has 4 attacks per round, so that might buy me around.
We'll see. I roll terrible.
Marisol is up.
Oh, so she's provoking?
No, she's
It's her turn.
It's her turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Damn it.
I'm gonna need. Well, it's a touch. $19 on the die, I think, hits your touch.
Yeah, because that goes through all the shield and stuff. Does she have to, like, cast defensively? Since she's right next to me?
Yeah, she would. That's a good call.
Taking everything I can
18
get.
on the die definitely makes that. Okay. Intelligence. Wisdom. Charisma.
They were 3 different die that he held up to demonstrate with
6 intelligence damage,
Oh, boy.
How
2
much
wisdom damage, and 1 charisma damage.
is this touch of idiocy again? How many did you freaking prepare? Jesus.
I knew I was up against a couple casters.
Okay, can you go over that again?
It was 6 intelligence, 2 wisdom, 1 charisma damage. As the doctor becomes a little less smart.
What's your intelligence score now?
10.
I brought her back down to normal.
You are still more intelligent than me. Before touch of idiocy.
Okay. That's going to be her turn. Because she can't really get out of... Well, I guess she could crawl away and provoke. I think she'll do that. She starts to crawl towards the back of the room and provokes an attack of opportunity.
So I think I would still have the same attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that
Yeah.
wouldn't affect it.
Yep.
You have the same attacks, both sickle or claws.
Well, she doesn't have the
Mutagen.
mutagen
Yeah, she
on,
Might be.
but she does have 2 weapon fighting, and she has both for weapons out.
You don't get both on an
Okay.
attack of opportunity.
All right. Well, she's going to try to attack with the sickle.
She would just get to pick which one.
Yeah, she gets to pick
Yeah.
which one.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely use the sickle.
Okay.
Yes. So that is a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Still won't do much damage, but 5 damage.
Okay. With that, Nana Opal.
Seeing what Ed did, Nana Opal says, "Good idea, Sonny. And I need you to make me a fortitude save, Marcel."
Okay. 6.
She's blind and deaf.
Great.
Oh my god.
That's my whole turn.
Okay. Saw.
Alright. Saw's going to take a 5-foot step the same direction Antrellis did, so essentially he's got all the 5 different images of Antrellis pinned between him and the wall, and he's just going to take 4 more attacks swatting at these things to try and find the right one.
Okay.
So he's not power attacking, because I actually want to hit these. 19.
Yep.
So the bite hits. Claw. Claw's gonna do an 11.
No, not even.
Not even with all the blind stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Another 11. 2 natty 2s in a row on the claws. Great. And then a 19 will hit.
Yep. So you look out. The order of those was the bite.
Yep.
So a 6 on the die, you'll hit Antrellis. Otherwise, you'll pop one of his images. To 2. You pop
okay.
an image. There are currently 5 images left. The 2 claws, however, each pop an image.
Oh, 'cause it was within 5?
His
Oh,
now
badass.
blinded, stupid ass AC. So that brings it down to 3.
Okay.
So
5
I'm
or
gonna roll a. Yeah. Let's do. Well, there's 3 images in Antrellis, so it would be 1 out of 4. So I'll roll a d4. Wait. He had 5 images. You popped 3. He has 2 images right now.
Okay. So,
So
3.
fix the die.
Yeah.
He
3
has 2
total.
images. So yeah, if I roll a 4, I'll re-roll. If I roll a 3, it hits him. Otherwise, it doesn't. That work?
Okay.
1.
Okay.
It's an image, but he currently only has 1 image left.
Okay. Okay. I can work with that.
Mr. Turner.
All right. Entrellis will take a will save.
Okay.
I love spellcasting.
19 on the die goes to 20.
All right, it saves. Nothing happens.
It's like what I needed to roll the Trellis's rogues in general aren't very will savey. But are you moving at all?
No, I am going to stay where I am.
Okay. Dr. Malice.
All right.
Dr. Two-Face.
She is pretty upset right now, so she is going to take a vial of like kind of yellowy, mucusy liquid from her side and drink it, and then spit it out onto.
Marcel?
Yes, thank you. And so she gets a reflex save to avoid being stuck to the floor, but she does take now a -2 penalty on attack rolls and a -4 penalty to her
Well, her
dexterity.
reflex is already fucked because you made her.
She's blind and deaf.
And she's on the ground. I don't know if that
doesn't
matters.
play into it. It's 12.
That does not save.
Okay.
So she is now stuck to the ground for 3 rounds.
Blind and deaf.
Blind, deaf, stuck to the floor. Perfect.
At least her health's looking okay.
We can fix that. But
Well, we want her
Yeah,
alive.
we want them both alive. So
Okay. It's Antrellis's turn. I think he's just going to take a shot in the dark here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, 2 shots in the dark, rather, but I will roll my 50% mischance with each one. So, above 50, it hits.
High hits.
Yeah. So, I got an 18, which doesn't hit. And a 95, which would hit if you didn't roll a 4. So,
Wait, let me check. No, 4 doesn't hit.
well, 4 on the die, but I don't think like an 11 hits you either.
No, it still doesn't.
So that kind of sucked. Let's see what Marisol could still do. Blind and deaf and stuck to the ground.
She can't cast spells when she's stuck.
Well, mental actions if she has one.
She can't cast spells when she's stuck?
Yeah, you have
Can't do the.
Yeah.
She could still do the somatic component, but not the. What's the other piece? Or she could still do the verbal component, but not the somatic. But you are scarred, and so she can cast any of her hexes on you. And I don't believe those have verbal and somatic components. So I think she's just gonna give you that old misfortune. You may need to make a will save.
$11.
Nope. Enjoy that misfortune. And she's on the ground, so... Does Cackle extend misfortune? Do you know?
It will, but she can't do it this round.
It's a move action.
Cackless?
yeah,
Yes.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
So she cackles, you have misfortune for now 2 rounds. But that's all she could do. She's stuck to the ground. I don't even think she has the strength to get up off of this spittle or know what hit her, so I think she's just going to be planted right there. And Nana Opal, it's your turn.
Okay. And she just says, "Okay, sweet cheeks, I need you to run on over there." And you just see the little gingerbread rabbit run right on over onto Marisol.
Can the gingerbread rabbit fly?
No, it's just gonna. I'll lower a little and go.
All right, let's see what that gingerbread rabbit taking deep 6 of fall damage.
It could probably take it, but anyways.
I'm grasping at straws here. Just give me
I
this.
think if the gingerbread rabbit intentionally falls, it ignores the first.
Can make an acrobatics
Ooh,
thing.
smart. Anyways, yeah, so it's gonna run on over and it's tiny, so it has to be like on her basically.
Gotcha.
And I need you to make me a will save.
Just keep piling this shit on, huh?
Yes.
That's a 10.
Okay, you fail. Now, gang. I need a consensus here. What ability score should I get rid of?
Get rid of?
Well, she's-
take a serious damage to.
Well, she is a witch, so she's probably using intelligence to cast.
But they're prepared.
Or that's true, but I mean
So-
that helps the saves. Or
Yeah,
the
that's
saves would be
true.
affected.
Should I do strength? Should I do con?
Well,
I would say any of the physical ones. Dex would
All right.
probably hurt her chances to get out, or strength. Yeah, if she has
You know what?
kind of breakout.
I'll do
Yeah.
health, I guess. I'll
Hit
maybe
the
do
con.
Yeah, -6 to con.
Okay.
As you have been cursed. Now my question is, if my rabbit still has movement, he can't move right now, right?
I don't think you can move, cast, move.
Yeah, that's what I didn't think. That's why I want to make sure.
Ooh. It's not great for her. She's at 4 con right now.
Ooh, guys, we cannot.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Which, unfortunately, might mean that she falls below. I gotta do the math.
Really? How
Yeah.
much damage has she taken?
She's taken some.
Oh,
She got the
I've hit
attack of
her a few
opportunity, and she already got slashed. But with a 4 con, that would bring her down 3 health per level. So 15. Right?
I think so.
She's grasping to life,
But alive.
but alive and conscious.
Okay.
I didn't kill her. I'm trying my best over here.
Yeah.
Nana Opal goes a little too far sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, case in point, last battle we did.
I killed him. Please, GM. I needed information from that person. Okay, with that, it's Saw's turn.
Okay. Unsurprisingly, I am going to do 4... dude, I feel pretty good about this. He doesn't have his dex bonus. And let's go 4 power attacks. Bite.
But you want to keep them
23.
alive.
Yep, hits. Well, why don't we do our evens hits, odds doesn't. Even hits, but he still has an image.
Okay. 19 on the die. I'll definitely hit with a claw.
Yep, let's see if that one pops an image or not. Still hits him, but he still has his image.
9 definitely doesn't hit.
Nope.
19 on the die hits him with the gore. See
Well,
if it hits
let's
him.
see if it does. Does not. Pops the last image.
All right, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So I got... Well, I definitely got the bite, and I got the 1 claw, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Power attack, too. 9 plus... Ooh, boy. 13, 19... 21 points of damage on the bite. I'm gonna try and pin him to the wall with this gore. 10 points of damage. So this tiger just has Antrellis probably looking at least a little rough now. Just pinned up against the wall. He's swatting at him, biting, ramming him with the gore. He's just going to town on Antrellis.
Yeah, he does not love it because he can't see you.
That must be terrifying.
Being attacked by a wild animal and I'm pinned to the wall. Oh, what is this? Difficult terrain next to me. So, Mr. Turner,
All right.
just incapacitate me some more. What kind of save do you need me to make?
Well, that's exactly what he's going to need to do.
I need you guys to save against the pitfall trap that's this whole chamber.
All right, and he'll say, Entrellis, why don't you just come willingly? And take a will save.
14.
No. And that was command. So I can essentially... I don't know.
Command's pretty limited, though, isn't it?
It is pretty
You can get him to
limited.
walk towards you.
Well, I can. I can also have him just halt,
Yep.
which I guess freeze.
Command him to come to you. I get an attack of opportunity.
We don't really need him to be more attacked, to be honest. And so, why don't you let Saw put those ropes on you?
So he is essentially doesn't take any actions. Is that how that works?
Correct.
How long does that last?
It is just for 1 round.
Okay. So next round he won't act.
Yeah, he's considered. He doesn't take any actions, but he's not considered helpless.
Does he take actions if he's attacked, or does it not work that way?
1 round.
So it's 1 round for you, right? So next round he wouldn't do anything, but if, like, say, Dr. Malice came and, like, slashed him, would he still not do anything, or would he be broken?
Correct. He would not do anything.
Okay.
It's not like Trumperson in that way.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it is Dr. Malice's turn.
All right. I have a question about doing non-lethal damage. So if Vivian was to walk up and try to do non-lethal damage to, like, knock her unconscious, there is a chance of actually killing her?
Only if you were to... Yes. So if you take her to -4, she is permadead, which means you are all permadead. So you might not want to touch her at all.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
Yeah,
Good.
she's already stuck in place for how long?
It was 3 rounds.
Okay.
So 2 more.
Yep.
Do you have anything that can knock her out?
So I had poison on my hands before, but I feel like that would have been wiped off by now, and I used up all my poison. And none of my spells will knock her unconscious.
Well, then maybe Dr. Viv should go also try and get rid of Antrellis, because she's pretty locked down. At least.
You can just try to tie him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move yourself back 5 feet. Not that I don't think you can incur from a helpless guy, so actually you can move up there if you want.
Okay. So
you're trying to do lethal or non-lethal?
Well, can I attempt to tie him up? Since, like, that was their goal?
I honestly don't think you really need to make a check on that, because he's not, like, resisting you.
Okay.
So, but I feel like tying a person up probably takes longer than 6 seconds. So if you want to do it that quickly, make me... I guess it would be something like a sleight of hands.
Like that.
I think that's a good ruling for that. Make me a sleight of hands to see if you can get him pretty well tied up in 1 round.
Okay.
And since Saw is right there as well, can he aid?
I mean,
It's not as-
if he had been ahead of her in the turn order and said, I want to aid,
Yeah.
you can provide, like, the +2 to that, but...
17.
Oh, 17 should do it. So
Sweet.
you get him pretty well tied up. He's a rogue, so you might want to continue doing some work on those knots so that he doesn't break free. He's just kind of, he's got this kind of placid look on his face. He's letting you do this. But it is now his turn. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits there, looks at you, kind of like with a questioning look on his face, like, why would you do this? It is Marisol's turn. Blind and deaf and pinned to the ground. Not a lot of con.
With a gingerbread rabbit on her. It's great. Great times.
Yeah, I think she's gonna... Ooh. I'm sorry. You gotta roll again on that 17. You got misfortune.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forgot about that. Oh, it was a 16.
Okay.
So I would take the 16.
Should be fine. She's gonna cackle to extend the misfortune. And, I honestly don't think I have any spells that are purely a verbal component, so, actually I do. So, I need you guys to make me a will save.
Everyone?
That could be problematic. My will is bad.
So what'd you guys get?
23.
11.
20.
10.
Okay. Anybody below a 16 hears or believes the voice of Marisol is coming from the library. And maybe they turn around, confused. Like, but the other two hear this and don't believe that it's a real sound. It's Nana Opal's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give the stank eye to Entrellis.
Now, does that work if he can't see you?
Oh, he's blind, isn't he? It's actually... Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Got him. No more evil eye for you.
Hang on. So, instead, I'm gonna cast, a spell on the rope.
Okay.
Okay. Most ropes are what? 50 feet?
I mean, call it that. You guys would have had the rope in your inventory.
Right, yeah, I know. Mine
You did have rope in your inventory, right?
Yeah, mine's...
I don't carry a rope.
Anyways, so I am going to decrease the length by 50% and increase the thickness by 50%
Okay.
to make it more difficult to get out.
I mean, if he's tied up in that, wouldn't that just squeeze him to death?
It doesn't say like squeezing or anything, but it would make the save more difficult.
To get out of the rope?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like just another 5. So it's you can slip free with a DC 25 now, escape artist.
Okay. Sounds good. Is that all you're doing, or are you moving?
Yeah, that's all I am doing, but Sweet Cheeks is gonna scurry on back over.
Okay. Saul.
All right. So this guy is pinned up right in front of Saw, blind and helpless. Saw is not going to drop out of rage quite yet. He's going to basically just pick up his 2 front paws and put him right on this guy's chest, pinning him to the wall. I don't know if you wanted me to roll like some CMB.
That would be a combat maneuver check.
Okay.
It's not going to be very hard to beat.
Yeah, 13 on the die with my plus 11 CMB. That's a 24.
Yeah, so you've grappled him.
Cool. That's all.
Ed.
All right. Do we... I guess, what state are Entrellis and Marisol in? Like can I do
both
it-
very
can I do a
bloodied
sense
and
motive check
like...
on, whether or not they're going to, like, are they giving up? I guess.
Sure.
$21.
Yeah, you can tell they've mostly given up, but you also remember that the adhesive spittle's wearing off.
All right. Then I am going to...
I mean, she is blind and deaf, so... Good luck
Yeah, you
making
can't even,
her out of there.
diplomacy with her or anything.
Yeah.
Well, I say to Marisol, why...
You can't
There's-
say anything to her. She's dead.
Oh, she's deaf. Oh. Then she can just take a will save.
11.
She does not pass. And she is feared, or frightened for 4 rounds.
Okay. Dr. Malice, what are you doing?
So she was affected by the ventriloquist throwing her voice thing. So I think she would probably be a little confused and turn around and look back at the library
Okay.
to see what's going on. Like, did she somehow get out and moved and removed some of her effects?
Sure. You can make a perception check if you want.
19.
Yeah, you don't see anything back there. And because of that, you're like, maybe that was something fucky she did.
Okay.
It is Antrellis's turn. He can currently act. He's stuck in the ropes.
Pinned by Saw.
And he's going to say...
What?
And blind.
Continue.
Who are you people and what do you want?
And
Get your goddamn tiger off me.
Trellis, you're among friends here.
Okay, make a bluff check.
There's no fucking way.
Natty 20.
This is for your own good.
Is that good?
23.
I don't remember him being particularly good at sense motive.
That's a really big lie, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah,
obvious
he's
at
only
this
at a
point.
21, so I guess he's kind of like, well, that's kind of bullshit, but I'll hear you out. What do you have to say? You're kind of fucked in the head, but whatever.
Are we dropping out of combat?
Yeah, at this point, I think, you got blind people, blind deaf people.
Frightened.
Marisol is actually going to die if you don't start treating her soon.
I thought she was still conscious, wasn't she?
Barely.
Okay.
Well, then she can have a...
Vivian will go over and... Oh, you can only stabilize
Cure light
it.
wounds is... I can walk up to her, even though
Yeah,
she's
I
like
can do a-
frightened.
It was more a figure of speech. She's,
Oh, okay.
For
Yeah.
what it's worth, I'm dropping out of rage.
Okay.
If anybody cares. All the fur falls off my body, claws drop off, and he's just like almost bent up. Because I did what, 7 or 8 rounds in rage almost, and he's like really fucked up.
Yeah, so Opal's gonna fly, so she's close to Marisol, says, so I need you to come over here and hold her down. And here's a cookie.
Oh, Cookie. Okay. That's okay, Cookie. She's gonna come over. He looks like he has like alcohol withdrawal or something. Like me.
Okay. Yeah, and but I just know Nana Opal will not be able to hold this person down, so.
All right, so Saw's gonna do the same thing he did after the combat last time, and like basically straddle Marisol and hold her down before she's able to get out of her.
Yeah, she's feared still, so
Yeah.
she's just like freaking out.
Hold still.
She can't hear you, so she's just like,
But Saw's like pretty fucking dumb.
She can't see or hear you.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
fuck.
I'm a
Alright.
tiger again.
That's terrifying.
Okay.
the doctor's like, well, I feel dumb and ugly.
Yep.
Doc, watch Antrellis.
Alright, so with that, we have them both basically in our control right now.
Yep.
So we have to tell them, like, they're coming with us. So at some point we have to have the conversation, like, you are coming with us.
You can have it with Antrellis. Unless you remove the blindness deafness, you can't have the conversation with Marisol.
It's a permanent effect.
Yeah, but you can dispel it.
No,
You're a
you know-
spellcaster, you can dispel it at any point.
We'll just drag her along.
There's no need to talk to her.
It'd be hard to get information out of her later if she...
That's the Whispering Ways problem.
Unless we only need her blood
Yeah,
and her
I mean-
magic
So
and stuff.
I can dispel it once we get to the Whispering Away, but for right now, I'd rather.
Right,
like,
I'm just telling you,
incapacitate
you
her.
can't tell her that she's coming with you.
Right, I'm not
You're gonna have
telling
to
her.
like knock her unconscious and take her, or she's gonna struggle against you the entire way. 'Cause
That's
you can't
fine.
like diplomatize her to calm her down.
Animate rope forever. Anyways,
Okay.
let's tell Antrellis.
Yeah, you could tell Antrellis, and
You
if
both
you can,
are coming with us.
Okay.
Didn't we only need her, or we needed both?
No, you need both.
Both? Okay.
You are coming with us, and there'll be no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Okay. Diplomacy.
Oh, that was an intimidate.
Okay.
You fucking heard the lady. I do not aid.
Wow. Good job,
Yeah.
Tony.
Fuck you.
All right.
So what did you get?
I got 18. Sorry, I didn't know.
Okay, so he's intimidated, and he's, I suppose
I'm a very intimidating old lady.
Help his wife along. He's tied up, so he can't really comfort her, but I guess he'll do his best.
Sounds good. All right, guys, mission successful. Let's get them on to the next destination.
Okay, so you remember that you needed to take them to
Carrion
Hill. If you decide to take them on foot, it's probably going to be a multi-week journey, just because you're carrying 2 bodies. Otherwise, you might have to, there's a wagon if you could acquire some horses.
Let's steal the caravan.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Acquire horses. If they had the caravan, that means at one point they had horses.
Yep.
So we try and find the horses.
Well, you need to tell me, where are the horses?
Okay.
From Interlude.
Hey, if they're ponies, can't you smell them out?
True, I could.
They're not.
25. I'm very intimidating.
We released them and slapped them in the ass, said, yeah. They ran away.
God damn it.
All right, so we gotta do something here.
Do you think we could find horses in town?
Yeah, it's... Make a knowledge local.
Oh, my knowledge just went
14.
way down. A 9.
Your knowledge just went way down. Yep.
I got a 14.
Okay, with a 14, you know that, Ravengro is kind of surrounded by some farmland and stuff. You could probably go and steal a horse. At least that's where Mr. Turner's mind goes to.
Yeah.
By the way, I literally have this child's bone floating around me for 5 hours.
That's disturbing.
I'm so happy about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I imagine you guys go get a horse.
Yes.
And, you make it out of the woods. Some of you stay with Antrellis and Marisol with the caravan. Some of you go acquire horses.
Mm-hmm.
You get the horses, you get the caravan going. If you make a knowledge geography... but she's dumb now.
I still have a +1. I can still roll it.
She's the only one I think who can.
But she's really struggling with all that and being horribly disfigured, even more so. So that's a 3.
Yeah, 3. It takes you guys a long time to get there. You go like some topsy-turvy.
Wait, no. After the first day, I would remove this curse from her. Like the touch of idiocy. Is it a curse? What is it?
No, it's just damage.
Damage, just straight.
Yeah, so she will heal it overnight. Not all of it.
Oh,
but,
okay,
one point
okay.
of it until you use like lesser restoration or something.
Well,
She's not gonna.
I have 2 of those potions.
Okay.
No, 3.
So the next day you give her a potion. Maybe she heals some, makes another knowledge geography.
Yeah.
Let's just say you guys get there because we need to start wrapping this up.
Yeah, I
But
understand.
specifically, how do we figure out how we get there?
Oh
dive
God,
into this.
no. I'm also gonna throw you real quick a potion of remove curse so you're not scarred. Just real quick.
Yay!
From her, you're still scarred by me.
Okay,
Continue.
That's fair. I'll take the scar in my hand versus half of my face being disfigured.
So you guys make it to Carrion Hill. It's dusk. You remember that there was a tavern called the Rusty Nail where you could find other Whispering Way associates and, potentially hand Antrellis and Marisol over, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
I imagine that's what you do. Mm-hmm. You get to the tavern. You can pretty easily pick out a couple of, robed figures sitting in one of the corner tables. Do you go up to talk to them?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What do you say?
So Mr. Turner would go up and say, "We are looking for somewhere to drop off an offering."
An offering, huh? What do you mean by that?
An offering of great value to the Whispering Way.
To the way. Sit down, have an ale. What do you bring us?
A couple of lost souls that could be better used by the way, Entrellis and Marisol.
The Vargases. You managed to catch them? We've been sending people to track them down and bring them to us for a while.
Dude, it was not that fucking hard.
He says with a lightning bolt that hit the entire party.
Yep.
Well, where are they?
They are in the caravan.
And I think, they would come out and take a look.
And they'll see Nana Opal sitting there guarding the caravan.
Old creepy lady. So you guys kind of make the handoff, and the Whispering Way associates actually send word ahead of them that they're going to be heading to basically near the town of Illmarsh. It's a sleepy little town, basically coastal, where they're gonna take Marisol and take Entrellis. You remember that Auron from before had invited you to participate in that. And these associates here extend that invitation as well, basically saying that that's where you guys will become fully fledged members of the Way.
Awesome. Definitely ready to go.
Yeah.
Into it.
So you make the trek the next day, and you get there about half a day's journey. The Way greets you. You're not in a town. You're you see like a strange, almost like standing stone shrine. And the members of the Whispering Way have like lit fires there. There's probably 20 or 30 members, all dressed in the same dark robe with the same gagged skull symbol. You guys arrive, and the preparations for the ritual begin. Lines are drawn on the ground. Arcane symbols are basically put into the ground and around. And you guys are greeted by Auron Vrood. It seems you were successful. Good news for the four of you. You've brought me my prize, and I appreciate that. I think the four of you will fit in with us just fine. Please, take these. And he offers you similar robes to what the other members of the cult are wearing. And he says, I know you don't have a lot of knowledge about what ritual we're doing here, but I'd like you to observe and make sure Entrellis and Marisol don't go anywhere. Can you do that for me?
We got him this far. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Thank you, Saw. And thank the rest of you. Let the ritual begin. And it's dark at this point, and everything is illuminated by the glow of the fires that the Way have set. You see Entrellis and Marisol tied up on the shore of this beach. The members of the Way, aside from you, begin chanting. and they form a semicircle behind Marisol and Antrellis. They chant, and you see Arin walk to the center of the circle towards the two. He produces a large wriggling sack. You can tell that it's moving. And he dumps it on the ground in front of them. As you see these black, leech-like worms leave the bag and cover the pair.
Oh, fucking gnarly.
You see, because the two are incapacitated and can't really fend these things off, they enter each of their mouths and slither down their throats and disappear for a moment. And then you see each of them has a relatively different reaction. Antrellis seems panicked, and his mouth begins to froth, whereas Marisol's face goes basically blank. She has a flat affect, and she kind of just goes limp. Arin grabs Marisol, props her up, and pulls out a dagger. He rips open her shirt and carves a symbol onto her chest. He then takes the blade and dips it in the water in front of them. All you can hear is the ravings of Antrellis and the chanting of the rest of the way as it gets louder. And then the sea begins to boil. And up from the depths you see this black shape. And it moves towards the shore. And it's a mass of claws and tentacles and eyes. And it's got these pulsing brains. Multiple brains cover its body. And it begins speaking in everyone's head. And it says, "Foolish beings, you should not have woken me up. My slumber is important to me. I will make you pay for calling me." And it reaches the shore, and one of its tentacles slaps down on the ground, killing two Whispering Way initiates immediately. It makes this shrieking sound that you can tell is only in your head. In the chaos, Arin comes up to you as the rest of the Way are panicking and running away, and he says, "I need you to deal with this. Go." As he leaves into the woods, you see Antrellis has slipped his binds, but in the panic, nobody is running towards him to catch him, and he's able to run off into the dark. The four of you stand, weapons in hand, in front of this monstrosity. And we fade to black. And I need you guys to finish your drink.
Oh my goodness.
Happy Halloween.
We'll see you in the future.